How's it going, everybody? Happy Friday. Welcome back to Is It a Buy, where we talk about stocks and try to determine if they are worth a buy or maybe a pass. My name is Corey. Just like to preface the video by saying I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who likes to talk about stocks, so please take what I say with a grain of salt, all right? Let's get into it. So excited for this live stream. Always excited. I just get, I don't know, there's something about hanging out with you guys that just makes me excited. So Eddie, welcome. What's up, my friend? Julian, I need this guy's positive vibe. Been a rough week overall. Hate to go out with the L on Friday. Julian, I'm sorry you had a rough week, my friend. You know, hopefully we can cheer you up a little bit. All right. I really hope your weekend gets a little bit better. It is Friday, so you know, maybe a little rest and relaxation. If that's in your weekend, will help just a tad. Johnson, my friend, what's up, Captain Cash? If you don't mind, what's your position on AMC? I saw another post with another institutional buyer going in. Oh, diamond hands all the way to the moon. Interesting. DJ for free, wanting financial advice. I wish I could, my friend, but unfortunately, we know what it is. GME higher next week. Good morning. Oh my gosh, Tom, where are you located? Good morning. Or did I say good morning? I don't know. So let's see what is going on. I do want to take a look into this institutional buyer. Very, very curious. My position on AMC, I'm not sure if you mean my position of how I'm feeling about AMC or my actual position of the shares I've purchased, but I do have a pretty good position in AMC. I am very happy about my current position. I guess it really just depends on your question, but let's take a look really quick at the chart, and we'll dive deep into some of these things. And so remembering last night exactly what we talked about. So and we did have this kind of a squeeze down, and this is literally exactly what I was hoping for. As you can see, I did want this engulfing green candle, and I wanted it to continue. So these are the 5-minute candles. Let's go a little more microscopically on the 1 day and go back here and see what we saw. So exactly what I wanted. We wanted this large green candle to act as a new level of support on this descending level of support, and realistically we did get that. Some pretty good price action during the pre-market. Oh my gosh, I blanked out what the word was. During the pre-market, and after that, you know, when the market opened, unfortunately it just kind of tumbled from there. Did hit a low of 10.01. And, you know, obviously it's been a bit of a rough week. Let's go on the 5-day, just a complete roller coaster of we don't know which way this thing is going. So that is all good. Oh, good morning. Okay, I got you, Tom. I was like, did I say good morning? You never know what's going to come out of my mouth. And sometimes, man, we have some viewers from all over the world, essentially. It's been crazy, some of these places that people are from, watching me, of all people. Just cool stuff. Absolutely cool stuff. Why not both? Okay, so my positions on AMC. So remember, I got in before the squeeze and everything. So I've been averaging up. I bought about 30 contracts at around, with a strike price of about $2.50. So I am just like sitting on top of the world right now. I feel I always feel good about AMC because I am always up on AMC. Even at $5, I was up, still feeling good. So I'm definitely, and you know, as far as my actual shares go, I've been averaging up. I'm probably around, I'd probably say I'm around $7 average cost across all brokerages and that I have positions in. So I feel good either way. You know, I'm really, really loving it. No worries. Grand, your video analysis gives me hope. Hey, I'm glad to hear that. You know, I'm extremely bullish on the stock. I talk about it even at work. People look at me like I'm a crazy person. They're like, you know, they talk about their stocks, and I'm like, guys, AMC. Like, I don't know, and I almost feel bad because, like, I don't know. I guess I'm so bullish on AMC. It's like, you know, when and if I'm a millionaire from, you know, when we go to the moon or whatever's going to happen, you know, I feel almost bad. Like they're going to wish they did it. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I need my tinfoil hat. So anyways, so that's where I'm sitting pretty good. Let's take a look at GameStop really quick. Never neglecting my GameStop apes. And let's see what we have here. So yesterday, bit of an update, and hey, today actually was pretty dang good for GameStop. Especially with everything going on. They kind of hovered around 200. All the way up to 218 over here. Oh, a low of 163. I completely missed that. I think during the day I was just working crazy. Hey, it's that regular guy with a hat. Yeah, I'm just a normal guy. I have a hat, and that's what I do. I'm not a cat, and so yeah, just kind of all over the place. Looks like it was kind of similar to AMC. What happened? Yeah, just pretty similar, as far as the movement goes, but. I'm not too upset with it. My position is around $135 in GameStop, so I am sitting pretty good. And if it goes lower, you best believe I will be buying the dip. Kind of, it's funny because when it goes down, we're upset. I was secretly, of course, everybody's upset when it goes down, but I really wasn't minding. I was just buying the dip, and I was hoping to go ahead and. I wouldn't have minded if it hit $50 because I would have just bought that dip so hard, and I would have really enjoyed those gains. But you know what? That's okay. I am wishing I would have bought it $50 though. So that's that. Rommel, great content. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Rommel. I appreciate that. Damon says, seems like a regular day for hedges to scare us. We're all used to this by now. Yeah, Damon, just talked about how they're pretty much the same thing. And you're right on your other comment. Like not phased. I'm not phased one bit, and I'm very at peace with all the action happening, especially with. I don't know. I feel like while there's a lot not in the favor of the AMC squeeze, there really is a whole lot in the favor of the AMC squeeze, like with those DTCC rules, and just everything. We found the dark pools. We know that there's a lot going on. I wonder if anything can actually come of the dark pools. I wonder if we would have to wait for the SEC to do anything about that, or if they won't be able to. Apparently it's a totally legitimate form of trading, which is so crazy considering all the negative connotation that comes with it. It seems just a little icky to me, and it's strange that they would even allow that to be a thing. Super weird. Super weird. House, hey man, welcome. Grand says AMC to $20 or higher soon. That's a great question. Honestly, it's tricky to say. Obviously, it's tricky to say. No one really knows. But I kind of have two schools of thought here. One of them is, of course, who doesn't want it to skyrocket one day? But I get so scared that if it skyrocketed, everyone would sell, just try to get out of their positions and yada yada. I personally, I think I'd rather it inch up like to 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and then keep going, and then really squeeze at a higher level. So for example, last time we went up about 400%, right? So let's say we squeezed at, from $10, it would go to like $40 theoretically if it did the same kind of 400% squeeze, right? But what if we were at, $40 and it squeezed? I mean, that would just be insane, or even higher, So super interesting. Just as different schools of thought. Either way, I'm happy. And we did see last time, well, not last time, but for the VW squeeze, while it's very different, they squeezed for kind of 2 days. And remember, that was right before. That would be this. It would be similar if AMC went down to $5 to $7, and then it squeezed from there. And that's what we saw. If it's similar, again, I don't think two squeezes are probably ever the same, but things to keep in mind. Absolutely. Let me actually get pulled up the Discord just in case anyone decides to send me a link or anything. I am going to take a look at the institutional ownership. I'm trying to think of who AMC institutional ownership. I'm trying to see who's the most updated and who will keep it, who keep the information. Citadel blocking up the Suez Canal to tank the market. Yo, what's up, Lee? Damon says, I think if it squeezes, people will keep buying, thinking it will go up, and could be equal prices as GME. Excellent point. 100%. People will try to ride that up. They're going to think, hey, the squeeze is happening, and they're going to try to buy in and keep going up. And a lot of people did do that with GameStop. And at one point, GameStop was at $2, just like AMC. But I think the only difference, I think, is GameStop may have been a little more shorted. I can't recall the exact percentages, but I think I can't recall the exact percentages like for the short. I don't think AMC was over 100% shorted, so I'm not sure if we'll quite reach their levels, but realistically, anything is happening. These guys are getting themselves so deep in the hole with the hedge funds being they, and it really could go any which way. So let's see if I have a file date. No, anything new 326. Is this the people? I just don't understand why I have to be like logged in to look at this information. Please. Okay, so let's see if I have good information here. 326. Okay, here we go. So shares change. So, whoa, somebody, is this institutional ownership? I don't even know how to read this stuff. Oops. Did I misspell AMC? Sorry guys, bear with me one moment here. What's your desktop background called? Hey, my desktop background is actually from a thing called, it's on Steam. It's called like Wallpaper Engine or something, and you can get it as a it's like a moving background. It is pretty cool. I actually really like it. Right. And Michael, so let me read what Michael says. I know I'm kind of skipping some comments. I'm sorry about that, guys. Well, let me start at the top and we will talk about this. Institution ownership increased 21%. Not bad. I'm trying to see if I can find AMC institutional ownership. Oh, I spelled institutional. Oh, here we go. We'll just use it like this. Even easier. AMC, market beat. We'll see who has the information here, the newest information. 1231. I don't understand what I needed to do. Oh, I think these guys are usually updated, right? 3-1. Okay. Unfortunately, I can't find a dang updated link, but let me talk about a few other things that are going on here. What short position on AMC? I can go to Fintel so you can take a look at the short interest if that's what you're trying to ask, Ghost. Looks like 800,000 short share availability. We all know how we feel about Fintel right now. Just so tricky with the information that's going on. So tricky. But let's take a look here. Mohammed says, I think it was around 140% shorted on GameStop in the first squeeze. Yeah, I think you're right, Mohammed. I'm pretty sure that was accurate. HCMC has over 120 short interest. That is very interesting. I freaking love HCMC. I've been wanting to average down. I think I found my time to average down. I'm just trying to like build up the courage to just put that money in there and do it. But I do love HCMC just as a company, everything about them. By the way, what happened to Roaring Kitty? Did he just retire from richness? I have no idea what you're referring to, Damon, about Roaring Kitty. So here's what Michael said. I do want to read this one because I think it's important to talk about. And I talked about this a little bit on the live stream, and I hope I conveyed that a little bit in my video because, and I'll tell you why in a second. So he says, bruh. Trades released a big dark pool trading video yesterday. Today I heard Matt Kors saying he basically completely misunderstood it. Trey was saying 2 billion short. Matt says 2 billion total volume. And so that's a great point. Let me see if we can find that link again or that image. Let me think. Let's go to Google. And I know it was Reddit dark pool. We'll do AMC dark pool. And so this is exactly what I try to convey this in my video, but I needed people to understand. Come on. Oh, is this an actual link? Just bear with me one moment, guys. I'm trying to see if I can. Is this the dark? No, this isn't it. Is it dark pools explained? I need the photo. Oh, is it this one? Okay, here we go. So I tried to, and I don't know where this is going to be. Oh, here we go. Okay. So extremely important, guys. And I tried to explain this during my live stream. And in my video that I made, I also made a video about this. And, you know, everyone was very excited about it. But I tried to, and I think I did an okay job of explaining it and reiterating, because on his post, the guy who originally posted it, I think his name was Josh or James, that person said, I don't know what this means, if it means anything. And so that's why I just want to be super clear. And people were saying, you know, and that's why I was like, look, this is from January. So it says the month of January, total trades, and then shares. So again, that, and in my video I said, I don't know what all these numbers mean, but I need people to understand that, you know, look, there's 2 billion total shares here. And I don't know if you add these up, some people were saying, and I was looking on Wall Street Bets and stuff and saying, guys, like, this is no big deal. This is just the shares that are being traded, like that they're totally trading. I mean, I didn't know what dark pools were, but I just wanted to bring some education, some knowledge. And you know, hopefully someone would be able to really dive deep into it and explain it, you know. Unfortunately, a lot of people just kind of, you know, this is what people are talking about, you know, the dark pools. And so I think just bringing awareness to it is, you know, is super important. Even if we, like, you know, I don't know. It's a tricky subject. You know, I want people to know about, hey, this is the newest piece of information, and I don't know what it means, but take a look here. This is what everyone's talking about. And, you know, hopefully someone, this is why we're a community. You know, we need people to help each other out and talk about these things. But it's a little bit tricky, you know, sensitive subjects that I think we need to do our best on. But that is that. Trey's still the man. Yeah, I mean, here's the deal, Trey. I don't know. Everyone loves, who doesn't love Trey's trades, but even with the Jordan Belfort thing, he's been getting some hate. I don't know. I guess he's been getting really big, and, you know, people are just kind of hating what's going on. But it's tricky. House says that's just the size of the volume, not the amount of shares. Yeah. So, and it's a little bit tricky. I mean, you know, this is like shares and then last shares last update. So it looks like, I mean, I don't know. It does. I totally understand where the confusion comes from. It looks like this is how many shares and this is how many trades. So the question is I think somebody said you divide the shares by the trades, and this is how many shares they've totally traded in, like, the month of January. Somebody said something like that. And I don't know. It's super tricky with all this information that's kind of being thrown at us. And it's hard to decipher, you know, what's good, what's bad. But people are speculating that while, you know, they're not holding this amount of shares. What people are speculating is they may be these shares in here may have been the high frequency trading. People are speculating this is where they may have been high frequency trading back and forth, just you know, even if it's 300 shares back and forth, that's what it may be. So it's really, like I said, it's just so tricky with everything going on. Yeah, that's what Kinky Chick is saying. So OTC is the ladder attacks. That's what people are speculating, that it may just be the ladder attacks. And so, you know, we can only take it for what it is, you know. And even this, I mean, a lot of stuff is going on. Like, first you know, I don't know what to tell you guys. Just, you know, pure honesty, and I'm just going to be honest with you guys, and that's what I try to do. And you know, the short shares availability. First, we like Fintel because it looks good in our favor, and then we don't like Fintel because it doesn't look good in our favor. And, you know, I don't know, it's tricky. And again, and then on top of that, we learned that the hedge funds are giving fake information to Fintel, or like incorrect information to Fintel, and because it's only like a small fee. So it's a lot of tricky stuff. A lot of tricky stuff. Ghost says the numbers purely don't add up. Right. The numbers don't add up. We've learned, even in the congressional hearings, they've said, hey, you guys have literally worked the cost of these fines into your cost of doing business. They told them straight up, essentially. And it's crazy. All of it is insane. And so realistically, like, we'll let's cover what we can. But at the end of the day, I still think that the numbers are there. The proof is there. Why would I don't know. I feel like, why would all of this crazy stuff be going on with these hedge funds? Why would they try to, whether they're doing the right fin refined Citadel slap on the finger, right? It's, like I said, it's probably like $120,000. Like, crazy. It's like, it's insane. All the small things, but super tricky stuff. They overstep their boundary to lie, cover another lie, right? And man, I'm really running out of ways to describe it, but yeah, I mean, it seems like there's a lot of different things going on that they're trying to cover themselves. They're reporting false information. And I think, and that's why I'm so, I know a lot of people are kind of reluctant about all the DTCC filings and all of those things. And even yesterday I said, like, who knows if they're even, because remember, they can look at the books. And so who knows if they're cooking their books and giving false information. And it seems like they continue to double down they're continuing to double down on their positions. And, again, from my perspective, it's like, why are they doubling down if they're already so deep in the hole? And, maybe they really are trying to go so far deep in the hole that they can declare bankruptcy or something. I don't even know what their plan is. And then put the DTC, if they do declare bankruptcy, remember, I believe the DTCC will basically be on the hook for the cash, the capital. They'll have to pay the shares. And it's a whole rabbit hole. I mean, it really is a whole rabbit hole. And we're going to see how it's going to end. I really do feel like we are approaching this point of, I feel like we're getting close. Like, we have to be getting close, right? These guys from what we've seen in the ETF trading, is it looks like that they've basically, and this goes for GameStop as well as AMC, but I guess the chart that I originally looked at was the Russell 2000 ETF for like GameStop, where GameStop is the majority of the stock held in that one. And they basically ran out of short shares for GameStop, and now they are, shorting the ETFs. And once they run out of the short shares for the ETFs, I don't know what's going to happen. Theoretically, I mean, if there's no more shares to short, and hopefully these DTCC rules are coming, hopefully they're just digging themselves a deeper hole, pulling that slingshot further and further. This way, whenever we do go, I mean, we'll go right by the moon, and we're just going to go straight to Pluto. So, tricky. Oh my gosh. So many things going on. I can't wait to see how they're going to lay out this documentary. I'm sure there will be multiple. Maybe it'll be a Netflix 10-part series to cover everything, because holy smokes, it just goes on and on and on. It just never ends. So Michael says, my only real fear is that they somehow find a way to rig the game indefinitely or weasel out of it with the help of the feds and such. The numbers are inevitable otherwise, it seems like. Michael, I think most of us do share the same fear. And originally it was going to be them going bankrupt, and I'm sure they're going to find, here's the deal. If these guys are going bankrupt, they're going down, they're going to try to find a way to bring us down with a ship, or they're going to bring the other guys down, like the other hedge funds or the DTCC or whoever, down with them. They're going to bring somebody down with them. I have no doubt about that. And even if they're going down and they're like, yep, we did exactly, we're going out of business anyways. So, yep, we did exactly what you thought we were doing. And by the way, these guys were in on it. These guys were in on it, and throw everybody under the bus. And then we'll see what really happens. But again, there's a whole bunch to speculate. And at the end of the day, whenever everything's said and done, let's say, and again, I really do believe that there's going to be an AMC squeeze, but in my head, and GameStop, by the way, I wouldn't have jumped in GameStop if I didn't think that there was going to be a squeeze. I've seen a lot of information that makes me feel really, really good about squeezes on both of these happening. But let's say at the end of the day, what do we think is going to happen with, for example, I know a lot of us are AMC. What do we think is going to happen with AMC by the end of the year? I really think that even without a squeeze, they're going to continue to run and continue to run and continue to run. And I would not be surprised if AMC was like a $30 stock by the end of the year, just based on all of the good stuff that they have going for them. I wouldn't be surprised in the least bit. And so, regardless of all this news that happens, like I feel okay. I feel convicted in the stock. Is best bet before March 4th. So that is what I think. House says I lost $3K today, $15 call, or 15 calls expire out of the money at $14. I'm still holding my shares. Yeah, I lost I lost a lot of in options today too. I think honestly for AMC, I think I'm gonna hold off on options for a little bit. I really thought that it was gonna expire at least at like $12 today. And those options expired out of the money, and I just I lost some money today. And I also I forgot my other call that I had, but I had some calls today, and unfortunately I lost pretty big. Not too big today, probably like less than 1,000, but still kind of close to 1,000, and those in shares really would have just paid for themselves. So I think I'm gonna hold off on options for a little bit, unless it's a different play, but we'll have to see. That's okay. I understand the risk, and it is what it is. Oh my gosh, $11.50 call, yeah. And so it was nice in the morning, but I guess who sells it in the morning? We hope that it goes up toward the end at the very least, and then it goes down. So for me, I looked at it, I'm like, okay, I guess I'll take a smaller loss. And then as it continued to go down, I was like, okay, maybe it'll recover during the end of the day. And it didn't recover. So I just really lost all the money. Unfortunate. Citadel is more important as a market liquidity provider than we are as retail investors to the SEC. That's a good point. And so this is where the question comes, will they get a bailout if it comes to that? And I think it might come to that. I mean, I really think it might come to that. Could be, it really could come to that. So I don't know. Rob says bankruptcy is not on the table. They will pump and dump 10 to 15 before devaluation. Okay. Muhammad says I'm a pessimist, and I think AMC will probably get to $15 to $20 max. After which by July, the company will raise more money by diluting. Hate to say it, but that's what the realist in you says. Okay, hey, I appreciate people's opinions. Obviously, I'm maybe I'm overzealous on the stock. That could be a very real possibility. But seeing what we've seen with some of these other stocks, at ones that have opened, and some of them that haven't even opened all the way. One of, and this is, I just use this one because I have been watching it for a long time. And so look at this run. These guys were around, $45 before the pandemic, and after the pandemic, they're, at 51, and it's not even over yet. We're just opening up. Imagine how much higher Dave & Buster's is going to continue to get as this pandemic, slows down and people are actually going to do these things. I can't imagine these guys are at maximum capacity all over the nation. So the fact that they're trading pretty well is impressive. I would not be surprised in the least bit if Play goes to $66 or an all-time high. We've been seeing that with some stocks, how they're just going to all-time highs, and that is what it is. Oh yeah, Lee. Yeah, you lost $66. Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm getting maybe I'm getting too maybe I'm getting too crazy with it. I need to slow down a little bit. Hum says they're making money both ways. When it's up, they cash out. When it's down, they cash out. It's a game to them. It's all about the cash. Hum, that's a great point. You know, they could definitely, and I'd be curious to know if they wrote it back up and then they wrote it back down or what. I would not be surprised in the least bit if these guys find a way to profit off of their own squeeze. I really wouldn't be surprised at all. So we would just have to see what happens there. I don't even know. Mohammed says, I'm invested in the squeeze in AMC. Don't get me wrong, but my track record says just because I'm in it, it won't happen. Yeah, I know. We all feel like that, right? As soon as we invest into a stock, it goes down. We're the catalyst. But you know what? Not this time. Not this time. It's a big effing club and we ain't invited. Ain't it the truth? Ain't it the truth? Boy, oh boy. Unreal, guys. Tom says, movies are like baseball. America's favorite pastime. My favorite pastime. Movies are great. I cannot wait to go see these movies. And there's going to be a lot of movies. I'm really curious how they're going to do these movies. I think it's going to continue to be solid movies for the next 2 years, just because of the way everything was pushed out. Even on the Marvel end, you know, these movies have been pushed out 2 or 3 years now, and it's going to suck. But you know what? That's just the way it's going to happen. Olive, you're late. Olive, that is no problem. I appreciate you being here. No worries whatsoever. So that is what's been so that is that. You know, let's see what AMC after hours, you know, up to $10.31. GameStop down to $178.65. So you know what, I think I'm not too worried about it, guys. Like I'm saying, I'm just gonna hold. And you know, there's a lot of crazy news going on, a lot of FUD, fear, uncertainty, doubt, a lot of scariness about misinformation. And regardless of anything that goes on, I think that I'm going to be okay. You know, I'm going to be okay whichever way the stock goes. But I am very, very ambitious. I don't want to say ambitious. There's a word I'm looking for. I'm very optimistic about the future. And that's my opinion, guys. So let's see what is going on. Do you guys have any stocks you guys want me to take a look at? I would love to take a look at a few stocks. Also, any video ideas, anything you guys want to see. I did want to get some. I don't understand how people would want to see a new movie at home instead of a big screen. Lee, I'm with you. I love the big screen. I love the popcorn. My favorite thing to do, this might be a little weird, I like to make, oh, my mouth got water. It's so delicious. I like to get some popcorn, you know, the good old movie butter popcorn. And I like to get either, when I was younger, I would get like snow caps and I would eat them at the same time. The chocolate, you know, the sweetness of the chocolate and the saltiness of the popcorn just combine. It's delicious. And now I usually eat it with peanut M&Ms or like a Kit Kat or something, you know. Whew, man, I'm getting excited. Stuff is so delicious. But anyways, yeah, so I guess what I was getting at before I went on my crazy rant is, you know, I want to make some videos that you guys really want to see. You know, we're kind of in a, there's not really, obviously there's always news coming about AMC and GameStop. But, you know, I do want to give you guys a little bit of different content, not just like this hype content. I want to make you guys some quality content. And I would love to hear any ideas that you have of what you want to see. For example, like an options video. I am going to be working on an options video. And so I just have to lay it out, organize it. That one might take just a little bit, but it is really on the top of my list. I also want to I'm going to be making a tax video. So just about capital gains taxes, short-term, long-term, stuff like that. And so if there's any kind of video you guys really, really want to see, then let me know. If you want to see a day trading video, you know, anything like that would be fantastic. We want to see you twerk. Back to the Saved by the Bell song. You guys are crazy. So Webull Come says, do you see some similarities right now in AMC with GME before this one jumped to 500? You know, I'm really not too I'm not sure if I'm really seeing any kind of similarities, you know, and one of the things I was very curious about was so it was in January 27th, right? Whenever we were back here, like I really was trying to see what was the catalyst for this. I'm really not finding anything that was. My running theory was that it was the options. Like if we had some options that expired previously and they really were the catalyst for this. Unfortunately, I was not able to find Diamond Life. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Coming through to show some love, and I appreciate it so much. I love it. So that's my running theory, that it may have been some options and stuff, but unfortunately I was not able to find the options here. I really looked for literally like at the minimum like 8 hours. I really tried to look for that information, but I couldn't find a single thing that helped me find the options here. So it was just kind of rough. Okay, so let's see. People public view for the event's game streaming can replace the effect. Okay, Lee. Okay, I'm gonna write some of these down because I appreciate you guys. Okay, so Lee says, I'm gonna pin this up here. Video on when the right time to sell or average down or wait. A good idea for a video would be an exit strategy. Okay, for the new traders. All right. Thank you. Option call. Okay, option like calculating profit for option call spreads. Okay. Tom says, hey, on the other tip, I see Ethereum at low midnight, but up between 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., but then drop again after 6. Okay. Corey Robertson, I love it. Do you do a live video with Q&A where you walk people through buying and selling calls and puts? I do not have a video like that yet, Corey. That's a great name. My name is Corey as well, spelled the same way. I love it. And so I do not have a video with Q&A or anything, but walk people through buying, sells, calls, and puts. Actually, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was kind of disappointed with my video last night. It was a quick, just like my setup, but then I realized, you know, my setup is nothing really special. I should have made a full video on how to use Webull, how to do trades and stuff like that. So it was, I was already too far. Like the video was already published before I even thought about that. And so I do plan on making a better guide on Webull and how to do it. So just bear with me here. I'm still trying to like figure out exactly what I want to do with it. But we will see. Eddie says, don't forget about that like button, guys. Thank you, Eddie, for reminding my fellow the community to hit that like button. Rob says AMC 25 at the most, looking for a value, 475 milk shares, and the proposal for 500 500 million more. Eric, I will take a look at that stock in just a moment. Oh, multi-window on Webull. Actually, I have not done that just yet. Let's see if I can do the multi-window here. Oh yeah, okay, so I had set this up before, and boom, I already have it on AMC and GME side by side, and you guys can take a look for yourself at this price action, how it's pretty dang similar, except whenever you go to the end. But you can definitely see how it's looking a little interesting is what I'll say. Oh my gosh, James forgot to like the video. Unbelievable. Oh, Mohammed's idea is great. How about a video? Oh, I'm sorry, I missed you, Mohammed. Yeah, if I missed your video idea, just repost it or something. How about a video to identify scalping opportunities? Okay. I already had it set up. Yeah, I know. I already had this set up. Well, because I wanted to have this set up for you guys before. I don't remember my exact purpose. I think it may have been to compare these side by side, but I decided that I was going to go ahead and you know, just do it. So I did it. So yeah, these side by side guys are looking very, I don't know, suspicious. So hey, great ideas for some videos. You know, this is the kind of stuff I want to bring you. I want to bring you guys content that's going to bring value to you, that you guys are going to be able to see, and stuff that we can go back and like reference, you know what I mean? I have decided that I'm gonna do my course. The way I want to do it though is gonna be a little bit tricky, because if you've ever taken a Udemy course, you know that the course is like, you can kind of go in and, for example, if you wanted to look up, like, let's start very basic. What is a stock? You can go in and you can watch that video on what a stock is, and that's it. It's like a guide, like a little resource. And then the video can be, 30 seconds long, about an easy answer, like, what is a stock, and why do you trade a stock, blah blah blah. And so I can also do a whole thing of, what I like about the Udemy idea is it'll be an easy reference for you guys, but then you have to go to a different platform. And so, for example, like if I were to release it on YouTube, I guess I could also release it on YouTube as a playlist. That was kind of what I wanted to do, but I wasn't too sure about it. But I think I will do it as a YouTube playlist. So I don't know, any ideas that you guys have. I'd be open. I'm just doing my best. I want to grow with you guys, and I want to be able to provide you just the best content where you guys don't even need to go to like anyone else, essentially, like, hey, oh yeah, Corey like made a video on this, and I just want to have something solid. Arcade tab. Anyone complete the Webull promos so far? Work out to $50 for $58 per person, but it won't hold. Yeah, that promo, while it's cool on Webull, it's not it's probably gonna end. I wouldn't be surprised if it ended at $5 to $10 a person or something. But it is what it is. I think I'm missing the E card, which everyone is missing the E card. Story of my life. DJ for free wants a financial advice video. Oh my gosh, I would like to start doing one-on-ones. That would be a good time. Like one-on-ones with people. I'm gonna try to do a one-on. Actually, somebody reached out to me for a one-on-one this weekend, so I'm gonna look into doing that and see how that works out. I'd love to give you guys some like good quality type one-on-one time, and we can just kind of talk about stuff. What I would really like to do, and this is something I thought about like yesterday, is I want to do a video where, or not a video, I guess, like I would love to get to the point where you call me and you say, hey Corey, I really like this stock, and you schedule the time or whatever. It's like a 30-minute block or whatever. And then you say, hey, I really like Senseonics. Like, what do you think about Senseonics? And then we'll go through it. I'll look through everything with you, the financials, the company, what they do, where they're going. And then if you have stuff to present me, that'll just save us more time to talk about other stuff. But I think that could be so cool. A video on trading horror stories. Oh gosh. Just to educate. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna make a video on my rules. So like my rules, like never chase a stock and blah blah blah. And these are gonna be my personal rules that I follow. And some people do that. So yes, let me pull up this NDMM. How can I change this? Is this? Oh, it's that easy. Hey, all right. Webull is cool, man. Webull is so cool. I'm really enjoying this platform. Everybody's asking me about Nano Dimensions. I don't know why everybody's talking about this stock today. I don't know if there was a news catalyst or something happened or what. A video on how to do DD. Hey, you know what? I like that. Excellent. Great suggestion. Can you get a NASA spaceship background? That would actually be fantastic. I wonder if you can get that in the background thing that I use. What is going on with my stonks? Yeah, that would be a very useful video. Let's take a look at Nano Dimension. Everybody's talking about this. I don't know what the dealio is, but let's take a look. With its 3D printing technology for printed electronics. Okay. That seems like just a little redundant, but what do I know? The company targets the growing demand for electronic devices that require sophisticated features and rely on encapsulated sensors, antennas, and printed circuit boards. Whoa. The company's printed circuit board, project printer. I'm combining like literally 3 words there. The company's printed circuit board printer system. That doesn't make any sense. Is an inkjet deposition tool for printing multi-layer circuit boards at home or the office. Wow, very, very cool. The only thing, okay, and we'll talk about this in just a moment. It uses hardware, software, print head management, and the chemistry. Okay, so for R&D, prototyping, and custom. Okay, so you can print your own circuit boards and stuff. It's probably their big thing. Let me go ahead and pull up their website because I do kind of already have a small opinion on this just as I'm reading it. And we'll just have to see how it feels. So let's decline this and let's see what they can do. So okay, so this is their thing, what they do. The only thing is I don't know where this would be beneficial because and I'll show you why. I know it sounds great, like you can do this stuff at home, but you know, this whole system is probably going to be extremely expensive. You can't even see what the price is because I'm sure it's thousands and if not tens of thousands of dollars. Imagine these scenarios. So innovating freely without traditional manufacturing process constraints, just basically making your own stuff, right? The only thing is, if you guys have ever watched, what's that company name? YouTube, Real Lightsaber. These guys, if you guys have ever watched Hacksmith Industries, they're sponsored by, let me see if I can click it without playing it. Nope, not playing it. And they're sponsored by these guys. Where is it? DigiKey. I think it's these guys. Yes. Okay. And take a look. And here, look, you can make your own circuit board. Like you use the program and you do it, and they'll send it to you. Look, for like $2 and stuff. Well, I don't know if this is the actual piece, but you can print entire circuit boards from these people, and they'll ship it to you. And it's only going to cost you like way cheaper than purchasing the opportunity cost. Like let me put it in this way. For the amount of time that it's going to take you to be able to afford this system, it would be much cheaper for the average person. And granted, I'm only taking one approach at this, so, and I'll get to my other approach in a second. The amount of time that it's going to take you to recover the cost of this, imagine you would have to spend, you know, let's say this is $5,000, and I bet you it's much more than $5,000. To make this worth it is, imagine how many items that you would have to print every single day to make it worth it. And I really don't see the business model here for like somebody like these guys, you know, even somebody like these guys doing it. Now, granted, if it's for, you know, manufacturing systems, so if they're, and this seems like it's more for prototyping. I don't know if you can like truly do a manufacturing for a long time, you know, like an assembly line. Now, hey, if you can, that's fantastic. But, you know, I just want to bring those things up just because I think it's important for people to keep those things in mind. You know, these kinds of things gets hyped up, and while it's fantastic, this is a very great solution for kind of maybe individual investors, but things to think about. But let's continue with the stock. I know I kind of went down that rabbit hole, but you know, just my personal opinions, and if I'm wrong, you know, let me know, or make sure that you understand. Make sure you know what's going on. Let's look at their financials. When were these guys listed? 1977. Oh, these guys have been around for a while. Let's see if they've been making a profit. So I don't know how they're not, it doesn't look like they're making a profit. Let's go back a little bit. Especially recently, they have not been making a profit. Sometimes this is kind of a strategy, though. Remember, they could be, spending this money, and it looks okay. So here's something interesting. Their total operating expenses in 2020 went up by, annually. No, this is still, so quarterly. I'm not sure where their money is going. Okay, it is getting. It's getting weird, but anyways, I'm not going to go too deep into this because it's crazy, but their annual profit, okay, so negative profit, positive, and then they really hit the gas here. So quarterly, not looking so impressive, but annually, very impressive. So I was on the wrong tab. That was my mistake. And so, hey, that looks great. Institutions, just under 10% institution ownership. BlackRock is in here. How about their friends, BlackRock and, oh my gosh, I can't remember them. Okay, I don't think I see them in here, but that is all right. Analysts, looks like a solid 10 across the board. I don't know about any news catalysts that may have happened recently. Let's take a look at them on a more macroscopic level, okay? Let's go to the 6 month. And so, yeah, a lot of charts looking like this. Now, you know, and this is what I say every time I see this kind of chart, is you want to make sure that they hit the bottom. You know, we do see a little bounce here, but even over here, you know, you could have thought this was the bottom. This bounce looks exactly the same. Look, this one too looks exactly the same as this bounce. So you just want to make sure that you may have hit the bottom. Here's the deal. And if you're not in the stock yet and you're trying to buy in, you know, it could continue to go down, but if it does start to rip, then it may be a good opportunity for you to, you know, you may lose a little bit of profit, but at least you would have found the bottom. All right. So things to think about, just a bunch of different things, and, you know, make sure you have the answer to those, because you have to be the owner of your own destiny. Kevin Webb, thank you so much for the super chat. Kevin says, okay, for AMC, when the DTCC, SEC liquidate the shorts to cover, the failure to delivers, and in the money, because we have not seen anything yet. Right, Kevin. So there's a lot. Oh my gosh, there are so many different things going on. There's the failures to deliver. There's the naked shorting. There's this. There's that. And so I do. My opinion, my take is that yes, whenever these DTCC rules are passed, the DTCC is going to force the hedge funds in like a margin call. They're going to say, hey, you guys are like in super danger here. You guys, I don't know how you guys did this to yourselves. You're going to have to cover these positions. And as they continue to cover, that theoretically is going to drive the price up. And so theoretically, as that drives the price up, they're going to say, well, dang, look, now you guys are in another margin call. So now you need to cover again, which drives the price up a little more. And then they're going to say, well, look at look at this. You have to continue to cover, and then they cover more. So theoretically, and then as this goes up, not only are they having to cover, but more people are going to be like, oh, shoot, what's happening? Like AMC's running, is this a squeeze? And everyone's going to jump in. And as people continue to jump in, it's going to go higher and higher and higher. And that is how we do a crazy squeeze. You know what I mean? And that's what may happen. I'm really hoping it happens. When is the $1 billion question? Quite literally, when is that going to happen? And I am very optimistic about the near future. And I would say within, to give a long answer, I would say within the next 4 months. Okay. And where I'm deriving that number is I believe they have 30 to 60 days to do a response, right? For the DTCC rule, this one. Now, from what I've read, they do have, if they find there's a way that they can urgently pass it, then they will go ahead and pass it, and it'll be sooner. However, from my understanding, they can also do appeals and stuff. Now, if they continue to appeal and they continue to do this crazy stuff, then it could just go longer and longer. Okay. My only other concern, and so that's why I'm giving, I would say 4 months. I mean, depending, I don't know how many appeals they're allowed to do. It could be 6 months, but I'd be surprised if it went on 6 months. I'll say that. And so that's what we'll be waiting for. And I am keeping an eye on the DTCC rules, and you can keep an eye on them too. Is this going to pull up a PDF or here we go? Nope. Legal regulatory. And so we're just going to be looking here. So you're going to want to see Rule 801, and you're going to want to see basically this filled out with the official federal release with the like approval notice and stuff like that. Okay. When it's been the notice. And so that's what I'm going to be waiting for. Extremely important. Mohammed says, so great question, Kevin. Great question. And guys, again, I'm going to let you know. Okay, exactly when this is happening. Mohammed says, I'm still waiting for the oil companies to tank the EV market. And Mohammed, that's an interesting point. You know, I'm so curious which way oil companies are going to go with everything that's going on. And if anyone has an opinion on gold, I would love to know. I have a gold ETF that I love. And if gold is going to skyrocket, not financial advice, not telling you what to do, but we could all be very, very rich if gold is going to go up. And I'll show you an ETF in just a second that I haven't done too much research on, but holy smokes is what I'll say. James says, when the acquisition target is announced, is when the stock will be rewarded, hold an NDM. Acquisition target is announced. Oh, are they going to be acquired? Interesting. Sam says, keep it up, man. You're going to have 100K in no time. Hey, thanks, Sam. I appreciate that. That would be, man, 100K subs. I don't know what I would do. I really don't know what I would do. That'd be crazy. You get a car. No, I'm just kidding. Or you get non-financial advice. That's what I'll give people. Pauline, hi, welcome. House says you should do a video on about a famous event in stock history we can learn from. Big trades or big cash. I write it down. We'll see which ones make the list. If you're just joining the stream, welcome. We are giving me any video ideas that you guys may want to see. You know, I have some like options. I'm gonna do a tax video. I'm gonna do this. So I have a lot of content that I really want to get out, especially while I don't want to say we're trading sideways, but you know, so it's not just hype videos all the time. I'm not trying to just do hype videos. I want us to have a plan. What is going on after the squeeze? What is going on? And if you don't have a plan, that is okay. You know, we have a lot of new traders since last year started, essentially, since the market just crashed. A lot of people jumped in. A lot of people saw an opportunity. And if you saw an opportunity and jumped in, man, I guarantee that you had to pick a few winning stocks. Okay, it was hard to find a losing stock at that time, and so hopefully it works well. How actually, I believe the stocks would have crashed, especially airline stocks. Imagine airline stocks during the 9/11 attack. You know, they would have dropped. And you know, while it's an unfortunate time to be thinking about money, you know, theoretically, think about airline stocks, they would have crashed, right? So that's where you may have wanted to buy the dip. You know, that one's a little, you know, easier, I suppose, like to speculate for at the top of my head, but think about that. Kevin says, from what I understand, it is passed. Kevin, I've seen, I know what you're talking about. People are talking about it in the, I guess there's a federal registered notice, and it's going through there, but I haven't seen anything concrete that says it passed. In the Discord, if you want to link something like that, I would love to see that, that post, you know, if anyone has that. Mohammed, what did GME do in after hours? So in the after hours, they are down to $178.51. So down, you know, just over 1%, but no worries. I'm pretty happy with GameStop's movement today, especially, you know, obviously, you know, not too bad, especially from yesterday. Down a little bit, but hey, I'm feeling pretty good about it. Eddie says, you get non-financial advice and you get everybody gets non-financial advice. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Jumped in on GME at 121. Yeah, you bought this dip. Hey, I bought around this dip as well. I bought it on the way down over here. And I'm feeling good about my position. Mohammed says, Corey, you need to stream during market hours if possible. You have a clickbait type thumbnail and act like a maniac like Kramer. 100K subs guaranteed. Muhammad, I would love to stream during the market hours, but unfortunately, I don't know how I would. I don't know how I could. I just can't. And so that it's just rough for me. That's why I come on and I stream at night, and then I try to that's why I'm trying to get off a little earlier, like 2 hours instead of 3 hours of streaming. This way I can make a video. Last night I wanted to come out with like 2 videos, but man, I had the worst writer's block. Like I was just like not, which is sad because there's like so much content that I have to make, but there's, you know, I have to do research. Like I can't just like come up with some half drawn, you know, half drawn up plan of what I'm going to talk about. So I don't want to give you guys that bad content, you know. Even with my video that I made about Webull, I think it was fine. If you watch me specifically, you just got Webull and you're trying to copy my specific setup, I think it wasn't that bad of a video. But I feel like, you know, new people who just got Webull and they're switching over, you know, I don't think that video is going to help them, and it, you know, kind of disappointed me because I wanted to you know, just do better. And so, you know, I'm going to give you guys quality content, and anyone who's new to, you know, who finds me, I want them to do that. So I have been thinking about, and I'm not sure, you know, if you guys would even like this, but I have been thinking about streaming super early. But the only thing is like, holy smokes, I would have to like, I'd go to bed at 10 or 10:30, 11, and then get up at 6, get dressed, and then stream for, you know, excuse me, an hour before the day, and then go to work, come home, stream again, and then make a video. I wouldn't have a life, you know, is the only thing. Well, I guess I don't currently have a life, so what's the difference? But I don't know. I've been trying to think about different things to do that, but we'd have to see. We would have to see. Pauline says, thank you. I'm hoping AMC goes to the moon. Holding 1,000 shares. I love it. I love it, Pauline. We've got to get them 100,000 subs first. I would love 100,000 subs if you guys if you guys have the power. I have noticed that some people have been posting some of my videos on like Wall Street bets and, you know, just the different subreddits. And man, whenever people kind of post my videos there, which is so surreal, by the way, to see my videos on those places. But whenever people post my videos on there, I get a lot of like traffic, and that really helps the subscriber count. So, and you know, I know it's going to be a grind. I'm gonna just keep pushing. But like I said, whenever I can get to a good place, maybe even like 10 or 20,000 subs, I think I'd be able to, hopefully, I'd have to see what the, you know, YouTube monetization is like and all that. But once I get there, I may be able to do this full time. And that's whenever like you guys get some serious benefits, you know, that's when I can really do the one-on-ones and stuff like that. But, you know, I know I have to put in my work first. You know, I'm not expecting it to just come. Mohammed says, open a public account that viewers can see what you're doing, and they can learn from your trading plays. So I don't know how I would do that, Mohammed, like, because people can't see while I'm trading, and realistically, I don't really have much time to trade during the day anyways. I don't do many day trades, but yeah. Did you see the borrow rate and on sure. Okay, no, I have not. So let's take a look at costs. Thank you, Rocky. Let's take a look, my friend. Costs, short interest. Wow, 75,000 shares available. Wow. Costs, are you expecting this to, oh, not costs, Rocky, are you expecting this to squeeze, my friend? It looks like it could have some potential, huh? Man, very interesting. Very interesting. Keep going there. Yeah, hey, thank you guys all for you know, the kind words, the words of encouragement. I'm motivated. As you guys can tell, you know, I'm here every day. My fiance, she's just like, you know, she's so supportive, and I appreciate her so much. And, you know, just knowing that I'm out here, I'm putting in the work, and she really appreciates that. Dang, all of you think 50K subs by the end of the year? That'd be wild. That'd be wild. I need to bring Jordan Belfort on here myself. You know, I need to bring somebody famous. Can you imagine? I need to bring anybody, and we would just talk about it. Oh yeah, Gibber, see, caught it. Chanel says, or yeah, Frederick says, this can be your lane, after hour stock. No other stocks. Yeah, no one's really on at this time. And, you know, I know of some people, man, people work. I don't know how so many people are able to watch in the morning, during the day. I don't know who those people are. Maybe they work at night. Maybe they work nights. I mean, I really don't know. I'm not judging anybody, but crazy. I don't know how they get so many views during the day. That's insane. I don't know about a few. Rocky, hey, you know what? That's probably a good decision. Let's take a look at costs and see exactly where they're sitting. You know, they could squeeze, you know, some crazy movement here. Was this Jane? You know, this is end of February. Crazy move here. And, you know, they could definitely be in some kind of a position to squeeze, especially with these kinds of numbers. And if they squeeze, hey, you may be looking at a pretty good payday. Trade, I appreciate it. We should have a new exchange called the Squeeze Market. I thought it would be cool if someone had like a, I don't know. It's kind of weird to think about, but like, if someone like, for example, me, let's say I started I guess it would be a hedge fund technically, and I had like, it's called like the Wall Street Bets hedge fund, and then we like all vote on stocks or whatever, and you're basically forced to Diamond's hands. Like, I don't know. And this is a crazy, maybe it doesn't even make sense, but everyone would be forced to Diamond hands. So like you sign a contract saying, okay, I will leave my money in here for 6 months or whatever. And theoretically, like all the money that's in that fund would just go to like one stock that's heavily shorted, and they would be forced to hold until it's like, minimum of 400% return. And then I don't know, just crazy thoughts that I think about. If someone were to start like a hedge fund or something, like just for apes, could be pretty cool. Pauline says, you're amazing. I just pressed like and would be and we'll try to be here for your daily live stream. Thank you, Pauline. I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate the support, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to be here. We could talk about stocks. Obviously, little not too crazy of action today. We're kind of consolidating, and if there's any stocks that people want to take a look at, just let me know, and I'm more than happy to take a look. That can be considered manipulation. No, how? So actually, that was more of a Diamond Hands Investment Group. I love that. It would be more of like if it was like a legitimate like firm or something. And here's the deal, guys. This is some crazy pipe dream. Sometimes I'm a dreamer, and I think about like a crazy pipe dream of, somebody started a hedge fund or whatever, and an investment group, and people, and this is what people do. They like, oh, I see. Like if. Well, no, because what is Citadel doing? You think that Citadel's money, like just investing there? No, I'm sure they have people who they manage money for, and they're money managers. And so they have their money in here. And so realistically, I mean, but you have to keep in mind, if let's say you're on like Melvin's client, right? And they say, hey, like give us your money and we'll try to make you more money, or however it works. Then you would say, hey, but just so you know, like me being Melvin, I would say, hey, just so you know, like, well, you can lose a lot of money by doing this. And so if they lose your money, they don't care, because there's that. But anyways, I'm just having a crazy stuff. A JD Scrubs cutaway moment. Yeah, guys, I'm just like out of my mind today. When's your IPO for the channel launch? Oh my gosh, you guys are so silly. CSCW, let's take a look. I think I've seen this one before. Color Star, yes, I've seen this one. Profile, what do they do again? Oh yeah, early childhood education. Yes, I remember this one. They have intellectual property. They do music and business education. I do like this stock. I like what they do. I always give my Baby Shark example of how DJ for free. Great point. DJ for free says it's not market manipulation. Look at Citadel, Melvin. You know what? A good friend of mine said, you either die the hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And so that is that's the motto. That's the name of the game. So CSCW, I do like the stock, and I always give my Baby Shark example of kids, because they talk about they do. Guys, it's just an idea. Okay, we don't have to hold myself to it. We don't have to hold this to it. And so, because they do the music and stuff in education. And if they are combining like entertainment and education together, like I said, I give the Baby Shark example. Kids, they'll watch the same thing over and over again. And so I love, and the kids, they'll play with the same thing. And it could be some great stuff. Granted, don't just take that one example, because I don't even know if that's what they're actually doing. If it is what they're doing, then that could be pretty fantastic. As far as the company, I do also love software as a service. Software as a service is a fantastic business model. There's a reason why a lot of people have adopted it, because it's so profitable. You just continue to add to, you already have your thing developed, and granted that takes probably a few like sunk costs where you spend all this money and develop it, and then now you have that infrastructure and stuff, and you just need people to maintain it and continue to add just some fix bugs, as well as add some additional services and things that the program can do. And so huge business model there. I'm so curious to know what they'd be doing for their robotic technologies. And robotic technologies could just be toys or something like, or maybe it's more advanced. But remember, robotic technology sounds like a fancy way of saying children's toys that move or talk or something. Who knows? Maybe it's much cooler than that. And they also have the artificial intelligence. Also be curious to know what they're doing here. Maybe that's part of their software as a service system, but things to make sure that you can answer. Make sure you're asking yourself. Mark, hey, hope your day was good. Absolutely, my day's always good. If I ever have a bad day, then you know that, man, I had a bad day, because you can't rain on my parade. Nobody can rain on my parade ever. I don't care if my day was a little rough. I have zero complaints. Zero complaints. But I hope your day was good. I hope everybody's day was good. All right. Gross profit. So taking a look here on the annual. So these guys have been growing. I'm not sure why the 2021 isn't filled here. If it just not updated yet or what. Typically it should be filled. So I'm a little curious about that one, but regardless, they have been growing. So 2017 from 1 million to 6 million in 2018, but back down to 4.5 million in 2019. So still waiting on the 2020 number. Not sure why that one is there quite yet, but it does look like, again, that's just a little bit of the profit. We all know that there's a larger picture here, a lot more numbers to take a look at and see what is doing good. Institutional ownership, only 0.44%. Not really my favorite, but that's why you have to be the expert, because I'm not the expert. You need to, is this newer? It looks like it may be newer, so maybe not everybody's in here just yet, although they do have earnings from 2013, but recently listed. So that could be a part of that there. And then you'd have to take a look at the news catalyst and what are upcoming news catalysts. Okay, important things to consider. As far as the chart setup goes, let's look at the 3-month. And so as you can see, a lot of companies had a huge run up here and then they fell, and then they've been kind of falling around this area. This company's kind of been going the opposite way. We're seeing a lot of companies that look kind of like this toward the end, and this one is just kind of going up. And so I'm not sure what happened here. If they had a huge news catalyst, maybe they had some kind of squeeze, a little bit of consolidation here. Let's go a little bit more microscopically. Let's go even more microscopically here. Okay, so some consolidation here. The question is which way do you think they're going to go? I think I'd feel pretty comfortable drawing this trend line here like this. And you'll be able to see which way they're going to go. Looks like we may have some kind of squeeze down going on, and we get a nice little squeeze down here. Yeah, kind of a rough one here. So we'll see what this does, and yeah, I'll take these touch points, and we'll see what they do. We're gonna have to see which way it goes toward the end of the or I guess this is gonna be Monday, huh? Man, can't believe it's already Friday. Crazy. And we'll have to see which way these guys go. But I do like the company. Oh, my monitor. Here we go. Oh boy, oh boy. This monitor. Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna get a new monitor, and hopefully this fixes it. Such a pain. Let me bring this up here. Bear with me one moment. Oh my goodness. We'll fix this. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. Oh my gosh. All right, and we are good. I'm sorry about that, guys. I don't know why it does that. Mohammed says, if we step back and really think about market manipulation, you realize it's not new. It's how the market was and always worked. It's meant to keep the rich richer. Mohammed, you're right. We had a question like that the other day, and it's unfortunate to. I really think it's the unfortunate truth of what's been happening, and now we have a lot more people kind of involved. But the shorts. I think if Wall Street Bets and Roaring Kitty didn't get involved, what would have happened to GameStop? They probably would have been shorted into the ground and into literally bankruptcy. And that's obviously what Citadel and whoever else was super short on the stock shorting the stock. That's what they were obviously trying to do. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been trying to get those additional $2 to make it hit zero. And who knows how many other companies they've done this to. It's an unfortunate thing, but here's the deal. Shorting, and we talked about this. I want to be crystal clear. Shorting is a healthy and normal legal part of the economic system. Naked shorting, where they were, and this is where they must have been if they were over 100% of the total shares available to trade, also known as the float. You got to do it legally. They were not doing it legally, and you know what? They were caught with their hand in the cookie jar. Unfortunate. Super unfortunate for them. Unfortunate for them, but unfortunate for, imagine the other companies that this has happened to, and they were shorted maybe over 100% of the float, and now they're out of business. What I was gonna say Toys R Us. I don't know if that's what happened with Toys R Us, but it's, who knows. Who knows? I never saw Toys R Us going out of business, but who knows? Love the positivity, bro. Always positive. Always positive. It's just, I don't know. It's in my nature, I guess. It's I'm the guy. It's raining outside. Hey, at least like we all have, we're at least we're in our cozy house or something. I don't know. Oh, always something good. Let's get some monitors in the chat for support, you guys. Marcus having an issue with his Radeon 7850 where it gives me a Wattman crash. Interesting. And it flashes my display when I try to stream. Oh my goodness, that's rough. Gilligal? Gilligal. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Thanks for covering. I scooped up some a month ago for 72 cents. Should have got more. Oh my gosh. Picked up more lately. I like the stock LBVS. Did you get this stock for... Oh, you did get this stock, didn't you? Hey, good for you. Not bad, not bad. It's sitting pretty, huh? I love to see everybody's wins. Serene, you had to bring it up, didn't you? We don't have a name yet. We don't have a name. I was in the car earlier on the way to work, and I was thinking to myself, we don't have a dang name. And then I was thinking, I was talking out loud to myself because I'm weird, I guess. And I was like, the coronation. I'm like, that sounds like, that doesn't even make sense. What's up, Diamond Backhand? Welcome, my friend. LBVS. I can't look at this one on here. Long short equities. Let's try this again. LBVS. No, I don't know. I can't look at this one. Sorry about that. HOFV. I wish Beverly was in here. Beverly hopped in here early. She hopped in here early, and she was in a golden position. The Space Dogs. She was, where did she hop in? She was in here, around here somewhere, one of these two, and hopefully she wrote it up. Hopefully, I wonder if she sold though, because we did come back down a little bit. Hopefully she took some profits at the very least. So I'm not sure what will continue to happen with this stock. I wonder if this stock was heavily short or anything. Short interest. Yeah, I mean, kind of shorted, pretty shorted. Not as crazy as this other one we were looking at. Cost is looking crazy. But we shall see. Awesome. Somebody say evening, Corey. Yes, evening. And DLPH, is that another one? Oh, it was already in here? DLPH. DLPH. Interest. Okay, I don't know why this doesn't work for me, but I'll take your word for it, my friend. AMC. Oh, we can take a look at AMC right here. Do I have it still pulled up? No. I think I can just click one and then click on short interest. It's just a lot faster to do it that way. So taking a look here, yeah, so AMC right now, the only thing is the short borrow fee rate is really low, and this is something that we've been seeing. You know, it's speculated that there's so many different speculations of what's happening. This is just like one or a few brokers that are here, and not everybody is here. Or, you know, it's theorized that maybe this isn't accurate. A lot of different stuff going on, as well as the short shares availability. I don't know, I do feel better whenever it goes down. I think everyone feels better when this goes down and this goes up, but we'll have to see. Happy Feet, welcome. Happy Feet comes in every day with the same answer. Oh, DLPN. We'll take a look, Jibber. Happy Feet comes in always saying AMC squeeze. You know, that is the $1 million question, isn't it? Or I suppose the $1 billion question. DLPN. Here we go. Short interest. Let's see what's going on here. Boy, oh boy. See, I'm curious if they had a run. See how this went down. So let's see if they had a little bit of a run in the past few days. DLPN. So yeah, okay. So theoretically, you see, oh my gosh, are you kidding me right now? From $5 to $37. Just nuts. Okay. I'm so glad we're looking at this. And this may be a complete coincidence, but follow me here. AMC, we've looked at this. AMC had their huge run. And I don't know what happened here. What's this? I don't know why this is this color. This is the pre-market. Oh, pre-market. Okay, this is the pre-market. Okay. No. AMC had their huge run in the after hours, okay? Like a huge run. And in the pre-market. This is the January 27th, okay? And it was on a Tuesday night in the pre-market whenever they went on their huge run, or Tuesday night in the after hours into Wednesday morning pre-market. So again, and this was 3/24, I think was Wednesday. 3/24 was Wednesday. I don't know if that means anything. I don't know if that's a coincidence. No clue. But I do find that very interesting. You know, we'll have to continue watching and seeing if this is anything that, if there's anything there, because I'm very curious. Very, very curious. Once Ohio legalizes sports, gambling, HOFE will go nuts. NFTs is just gravy. Very interesting. Yeah, I really think that, well, I don't know if it will, but as a long-term play, I feel like DraftKings and those kinds of betting stocks, gambling stocks, I think that they are going to be very, very valuable. And those could be a long-term play, but you know what? Those are one of those buy the hype, sell the news type of stocks where, if you want to do like a swing trade or something, depending on how long you want to hold. But I think what's going to happen is you're going to, like for DraftKings, for example, because that's the only one that I really know, like the name of DraftKings, I think what'll happen is there's gonna be some kind of news catalyst. It's gonna skyrocket and then it's gonna plummet until it is finally like official, and it'll continue to do that. So if you're looking for a swing trade, that may be like the kind of play for you. I also think that cannabis is gonna have something similar again. I think it's gonna be a lot of hype, and we saw this. We see this with a lot of stocks. They got all this hype and then they kind of die down. And we saw this with BlackBerry as well. BlackBerry had the hype about working with Amazon, blah, blah, blah. And it may also have had a small squeeze because this was around the AMC January 27th mark. But as far as that goes, you're going to see some hype and then it's going to die down. And so that's that. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, oh, man, I had no idea that. Actually, I don't recall if it was a SPAC, a SPAC. DKNG. Yeah, I know the ticker. So let's look at DraftKings over a year. I mean, you can see, just look at it. Look at it. It was just insane. Started around $10 and then just skyrocketed to 17. It fell back down to $10 and then all the way up to 40, over 40, almost 45 there, down to 29. So look, a lot of crazy moves. But again, setting higher highs and lower lows, and it's great. So the question is, are they on a little pullback? Are they about to run? Looks like they may be getting set up for a run here. I don't know why I had this line here. and apparently I've had this line for a while, but I guess it's a few levels of support and resistance. But actually, they did break that level of support, so I do think that they'll probably have a little dip, and then they'll probably run soon. Question is when are they going to run? And you can probably take a look and try to figure out, you know, and just look at the data and see, okay, they run for this much time and then they drop for this much time. And obviously it looks like it differs, but you could probably find a nice little entry point and average down as it continues to go. But you'll have to see. Mohammed says, I'm probably the type of person who will hold through the squeeze, thinking that the squeeze is yet to come. Right. That's very true. And someone in this chat gave me the idea. I can't recall who it was. If it was you, just let me know. But anyways, someone said they're gonna hold for the squeeze, they're gonna hold past the squeeze, and then on the way down they're gonna sell. Now, granted, you know, maybe they sell here, you know, and then it continues to dip, and then it continues to rise back up. So it's really hard to do that, but that could be a good way to play it. Could be a good way to play it, but you know, maybe a little bit tricky. But you know, you'll have to make that decision for yourself. Bought high and sold low sounds about right. You think AMC is good? Hold for a squeeze. AMC is probably my favorite stock in the squeeze right now, for so many reasons. You know, what do you think about AMC? I think it's fantastic. I'm so bullish on it, even without a squeeze. Here's the deal: if it didn't squeeze, I would still love the stock. You know, what's your average price? If you don't mind, what's your average price? Have you been averaging down? I have so many questions for you, my friend. Diamond, that's how I play TCAT. Where's TCAT? Do I still have that pulled up? Whew, this is insane. What a chart. What a chart. So taking a look here, I mean, yeah, I mean, oh my gosh, this is a crazy move. Just so insane. Gibber, we'll talk about that in just a second, actually. But yeah, I bought TCAT at 33 and sold it at 55 on the way down. See, there you go. Not bad, not bad. So where would you exit past the $500 mark? Oh, okay. I think that's 4 mark. If it breaks past the squeeze mark, the $500 mark, GME, you know it will squeeze on. Oh, okay. Interesting, Mark. Consolidated 2. So, Jibber, we did talk about the dark pools. That was a tough one. So let me see if I can go through it a little bit smoother this time. I wasn't really ready to talk about the dark pools, but you know, in my video, we did talk about how, you know, I wanted it to be clear that the guy who posted about these really didn't know what he found. He said, I don't know if this even means anything, but you know, here you go. And so I was like, you know what? I have a similar stance. Like, I don't know if this means anything. And I think I said that in my video, and I really tried to say, like, look, I don't know what this means. And I talked about some of the things in here. So, but you know, it's hard to deduce exactly what this is about without being totally educated on it. And this is why I would love, if anyone has a resource, I would love to call another, like a financial advisor. I'll pay them. I wouldn't mind paying them to talk and get us some good information. You know, I would love to have a stream or something where we just get questions that we want to learn, like about, we want to ask somebody, a professional. I was actually even thinking about finding a hedge fund manager or something and paying them, I don't know, a couple $100 for an hour or whatever it would be, whatever they would charge me, and see if I can get some answers. You know, maybe a good hedge fund. I don't know if that's a possibility, but I would love to talk to somebody who can give us an inside view and let us know, just answer some questions that we have that I'm not able to answer and we're not really able to answer, you know. And it's important to see that. Andrew, I appreciate the super chat, my friend. Andrew says, appreciate you, Corey. You're working hard to grow your presence and it shows. You've put in Iron Man hours lately. Andrew, thank you. I really have been putting in these Iron Man hours, just going. And even when I'm off stream, guys, like I'm over here, I'm coming up, I have a whole, in my OneNote, I have a whole, like a list of videos that I'm structuring out, trying to give you guys some solid, information. And yeah, so thank you, Andrew. I really appreciate the recognition. For back to these dark pools. So Missing Link says Corey Trey will have someone to explain that dark pool thing. Yeah, and that's great, Missing. And so please don't take what I'm saying about talking about the dark pool stuff as facts, and that's what I try to convey. You know, I made it, I know for a fact I said very specifically, this person doesn't know what it means, I don't know what it means, but let's take a look at the information presented to us, which is something not everyone did whenever they were talking about these dark pools. But that, you know, that's the name of the game. That's why we have to make sure we're taking, he's going to pay someone to take the time and explain it. Hey, that's so smart. Yeah. See, like, that's what I want to do. I mean, like, I want to bring some, I don't know everything. Like, we don't know everything. We're trying to figure it out kind of together, which I love. But I want to bring someone on, you know, I want to have a resource. I'm going to have someone that I can call and bring on the show, or but you know, the channel, and say, hey, like, yeah, and Trey's also going to have, the actual Wolf of Wall Street on there. Jordan Belfort, crazy. He's paying him a lot of money to get on there too. Probably worth it, you know, very worth it. If I knew how to get in if anyone knows how to get in contact with celebrities or something, let me know, because I would love to talk to, or, you know, and find my own person. I've been wanting to do that for a while, which is why I called the that financial or not financial advisor, who's an investment advisor technically, to get some information. You know, I'm not afraid to pay for those things for some good quality information. Obviously, like, a lot of people didn't really like him the way he talked. He seemed kind of knowledgeable to me, but he didn't seem very prepared for our call. I don't know how that works, but anyways, taking a look at Citadel Security. So these dark pools, it's hard to speculate exactly what they are. We see this is the whole month, and people on Reddit, they were saying that these trades are actually the total amount of trades they did, and this is the total amount of shares they traded through all of these trades. And so another speculation is happening that they actually think that this is where the hedge funds were high frequency trading back and forth, like 300 shares back and forth. And I guess if you divide, you know, this by this, then you get that number, around 300 or something like that. So a lot of crazy stuff going on here. And then there's the total shares, and I'm like, what does this number mean? So just presenting data and seeing what people take of it, you know, or what they think of it. And so that's kind of how that one went. Let's get back to the chat a little bit and see what's been going on. Yeah, he's going to pay someone. He's going to have the actual Wolf of Wall Street. I do believe it's the guy that posted the dark pool info. Yeah, he's trying to have the dark pool info guy on, but the dark pool info guy, in his post, he himself said, I don't know what this means. And so there's that. What's people's view on Jordan Belfort? Jordan Belfort, you know, Trey, if you saw Trey's post, that he's actually getting a whole lot of hate from, well, I don't know. I wouldn't say a whole lot of hate. I think there's like I don't know if it was a subreddit or where it was. He posted a thing where people are saying, hey, like, what did he say? He posted a thing that said, you know, that they don't like what Trey's doing, and, you know, that they're bringing him on, that he's a bad person. He's ruined so many people's lives, and this and that, and we shouldn't be paying him to get back on. Just a bunch of stuff. But you know what? I am curious to know what Jordan Belfort thinks. You know, I am. So, you know, I know not everybody, and not every move that Trey makes, or even I'm gonna make, everyone's gonna like. And that's the name of the game. But I think that Jordan Belfort could provide some valuable information. So I'm curious. I'll 100% be watching the video. So I don't know. A lot of mixed feelings about Jordan Belfort, though, obviously. It was a Discord chat. Thanks, Omar. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was Discord or subreddit or what it was. Julie says, you're going to be making an NNDM video this weekend. I was not planning on making an NNDM video. Is there a specific take you'd like me to see on it, or you just want me to do a complete analysis? I'll have to see. I have a few other videos in mind. Yeah, Discord. Yeah, I don't know. Crazy stuff. Absolute crazy stuff. I don't know. We're gonna have to see exactly what happens there. But NNDM, I mean, I really don't know. I guess I need to do my research. You know, I need to talk to somebody and see what is going on. Man, these people really they really up their positions in this company. Granted, I wonder how many shares they originally had, but super curious. Diamond says he did some shady stuff, but he knows his stuff. Yeah, you know, Jordan. Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. If you've seen Wolf of Wall Street, you know. And while he is like kind of glorified, you know, we look at him and we're like, oh my gosh, what a life, what a guy, like crazy. But you have to keep in mind that it's that they're the bad guys. It was kind of like if you ever watch Planet of the Apes. It's like, who do I root for? Do I root for the human race? Like, I'm really liking these apes over here, but they're kind of gonna kill the humans. You know what I mean? It's like who am I rooting for here? It's definitely an interesting position to be in, but you know, it is what it is. He's coming on the show, and you know, if you don't support it, then don't watch it, and that's how you can stick it to somebody. But again, my personal opinion is I want to see what Jordan Belfort has to say. I wonder what he's going to bring to the table. I wonder if he's going to, and again, maybe he's just going to give us all confirmation bias. He's going to tell us what we want to hear. Who knows what's going to happen? We need good whales on our side, so I'll take what we can get. Hey, you know what, Mark? That's a good point. You know, and in my opinion, Vanguard and BlackRock. I don't know if they're good whales, but oh, this is not AMC. Taking a look at AMC and look at these guys are like in here, and this I think is a little older. I think we can go to Market Beat was a little. Is it Market? Let's see. I think AMC. I think they have like the updated information over here. Institutional ownership. I don't know why this isn't updated. So frustrating. No. Shares held. See, BlackRock and Vanguard. Huge positions. Now, granted, this looks a little bit old, a little bit older, but from my understanding, I think there's still the most held people in here. So could be pretty interesting. Mohammed says, Belfort is seeking the limelight from TV to go into random guys on YouTube videos. Think he would give Trey the time of day if he wasn't knocked off his perch. I mean, interesting point, you know. And I wonder, like, for example, if I would have asked Jordan Belfort to come on here, would he have charged me $10,000 or would he have charged me $100,000? Because I don't have nearly half the amount of followers that Trey has. You know, maybe he is trying to get back in the limelight. Maybe he figured out a way to make a quick buck. And we saw this. If anybody watched that crazy Fire Festival documentary, the guy, I think on Netflix, there were two of them or a few of them that came out at the same time. And oh my gosh, Missing Link says this isn't updated because it's a conspiracy. But he was joking. They're joking. So anyways, what was I saying? Oh, the Fire Festival guy. I think he wanted... I think Netflix wanted to interview him, or it might have been Hulu, whichever one. And he said, okay, you can interview me, but you have to pay me X amount of money. And they didn't want to pay him. So you know what they did? They did not bring him on to be interviewed. And they refused to do it. I think somebody else did, though. Somebody else did pay him to get on, I'm sure, and be interviewed. But I don't know. It was crazy. So who knows? But Mohammed, I do agree. He may just be trying to get back in the limelight. Maybe do something weird. Just make money off social media or something. Missing Link says, Corey, what do you think about semiconductor stock sector with the shortages down? Yes, I love it. Okay, I haven't done enough research to know who I love or anything. I think it was Linus Tech Tips. If you guys watch his YouTube channel, he just released a video about that and how basically, I don't know if there's an actual, he explained it in the video. I'd watch his video and you could probably get a good idea. And it's just Linus Tech Tips. Let me see. Yeah. He had a recent video that said, let me see, just up videos. He says, like, I was wrong, or I was right and I hate it. I watched this video. He goes over why there's a shortage and stuff. I can't remember the exact reason. I think a lot of people are talking about the shortage in the chips and stuff and think it's the I think it's a bunch of stuff, and he kind of, I guess he has inside contacts at these big companies, of course, and it's very interesting because he says all of this information is off the books, but he contacted his behind the scenes sources. It's pretty interesting, so you may want to watch this, and maybe you can get a good insight on where to buy in, you know. But I do think that with all the computer shortages going on, that is going to be a good market for some time to come. So I do like that market. I'm gonna get out. I don't know what the rules are for showing YouTube stuff. I get so scared. Mark says maybe he relates to the primitive ape nature. Diamond Backhand says, "Hey Corey, check out KDP. KDP. Keurig Dr Pepper. Okay." I'll take it. Is it actually like, okay, Dr. Pepper Snapple Group? Wow. Or formerly Dr. Pepper Snapple Group. Okay, so I assume they're Keurig, yeah, and Dr. Pepper. I'm trying to see if Keurig is in here just to confirm. They do Arizona tea. Man, these guys do the most. I had no idea. Body Armor. That's crazy. And so what am I looking at here? You just told me. I know most are talking about swing, but I'm also talking about long term. Working on those unless AMC is going to buy you a jet. I don't know. I don't know. I think a jet is like buying a boat where they're not the best investments unless you can rent out your jet and you can do that. I think there are some, I can fly in circles. I think there are services where you like, if you have a jet or something, you can kind of, rent it out to other people or something. You can kind of have it make its own money, which is pretty interesting. And there's like services for rich people that they do that kind of stuff. And you can actually you can even do that with your car. You have like I don't know why you would have an extra car, but if you have an extra car, apparently you can like rent it out to people and they'll use it. It's just crazy. Like you can really do anything these days. So let's see here. Institutional ownership 43.68%, of course, and analysts pretty bullish on the stock. Let's take a look at their chart. And let's look at, and so, you know, me right now, and I'm also going to make a video about like my kind of intuitive investment strategy rather than, because, you know, not everyone can look at these charts and look at, understand the financials and the institutional. I think institutional ownership is pretty easy to understand. But, you know, people might be thrown off by the analysts because remember, if we looked at AMC at the analysts, take a look at this. So, always keep this in mind whenever well, then again, we're in kind of a unique situation, but still I still wouldn't agree with that even in our situation. So always take the analysts with a grain of salt, but not everyone can do this. So there's an what did I call it in I just said it. Anyways, a different way of investing that is a little more intuitive investing that may help some people. So I'm also going to make a video on that. Anyways, so this is around March 18th, I bet. Yep, 100%. March 18th was right here at the very, 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 very bottom, like most stocks. So let's take a look at them on the 5-year. Now, my question is, so with that intuitive investing mentality, right? So my question would be, okay, you know, why are they a long-term stock? Because here, and by the way, they're on like a crazy run right now. So if you're not in yet, you may want to consider maybe a pullback. Maybe they'll keep on running. Who knows? But unlikely, probably. So taking a look at like this, I don't know, you know, why would people continue to buy the stock? Why are you so bullish on it? You know, when people were at home and maybe they're drinking Dr. Pepper, who knows? Maybe they're drinking a lot more soda while they're at home, easily accessible. You're bulk shopping anyways because you're stuck in quarantine and you're at home and you're just going to buy for the entire, you know, week or weeks or months or whatever you're going to do. So I could see it then, but the question is, you know, out of quarantine, maybe people love Dr. Pepper now. Maybe they were drinking a lot more in the Keurig and they had to buy a lot more of these cups because they were in quarantine. Or maybe they switched to, and here's the flip side, maybe people who use the Keurigs, maybe they switched to, maybe they were switched to like, you know, making the whole pot since they're at home and they're just going to drink the whole pot during the day. But now that they're going back out, maybe they're just going to make the cups, put their thermos in there, and use more Keurig cups and leave. So you got to think about some of those things, you know, and maybe it is a good stock, but you know, just make sure you can, of course, answer those questions. Mark says, I could just imagine Belfort scrolling through the Webull comments on AMC GME, reading some interesting words. When someone is asked what he's gonna use his tendies on, he smiles and nods. Mark, that was a very vivid picture. Thank you for thank you for that. Let's see. Party jet like a bus. Hey, man. See, this is how genius ideas. If anybody watched The Office, say too many words. Golden ticket. Okay. Party jet. short words like that. Hey, Diamond, that's pretty awesome, man. Congratulations. 1.5 years sober. That's cool, man. That's very cool. I really can appreciate that a lot. I got a Keurig for quarantine. Yeah, see, some people bought a Keurig for quarantine. You know, they don't want to deal with the hassle of the thing, of the stuff. So that's that. Yeah, see, man, I see, guys. We just support each other, man. I don't know. This is too cool. I don't know. I'm getting sentimental over here. KDP looks like it will pull back hard. Yeah, I do agree, missing. This looks like, it's ready for pullback, and that's okay. And if you did get in up here, just, maybe average down. Then again, think if you're playing this as a long term, if you got it at $35, if it pulls back to 32, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Like putting all this additional money, depending on how heavily you went in, to try and average down to 33 or something? Maybe not. Especially if you're playing it as a long term, might be good. Might be good. Use the money that you save for stonks. I freaking love it. What a awesome play. And and they have people who they used to they would smoke and stuff, and then you get the cool little app that says like you saved $10,000 since you quit smoking 5 years ago, whatever it is. And the amount of money that people can do with this is pretty cool. Imagine if you put all that money in AMC at $2 or whatever, you squoze all the way up. It'd be crazy. Or even GameStop at $2. Crazy stuff. Stonks and bananas. That's what you do. Thoughts on NNDM? Is there was this like trending on Wall Street Bets today? I don't know what's going on. Why are everybody talking about NNDM? Can somebody remind me again? I know someone just explained it to me, but can someone remind me again why everyone's talking about NNDM? It was at a merger or something? Because look at this chart. Then again, this is why I missed out on GameStop, a chart that looked like this. So what do I know? NNDM. I forgot what they do again. Oh yes, the 3D printing. Okay. Mike, I don't know if you like my thoughts, my friend. And keep in mind, I don't know anything about the stock. I just started looking at it like less than or maybe an hour ago. Is it Kathy's stock? Oh, that's what's going on. Did I miss you missing link about NNDM yesterday? Okay, maybe you're the one I missed. I know I missed a few people. I'm sorry, but they were hit heavily with shorts. Do I have them pulled up over here? NNDM. You have a ton of money in cash. I don't know what's going on with them. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Fintel isn't really showing heavily shorted. But maybe this isn't a good indicator. I'm sorry, missing. Geez, they have a ton of money in cash. Not sure what's going on with them. Yeah, I mean, personally, I'm not too excited about the stock. I mean, and granted, I remember, I don't know. Yeah, but 1.5 billion in cash, like that's cool, but I don't know how that correlates to a stock. You know what I mean? Like, it's a good company, but they hit heavy with shorts. Never mind. No worries, Mark. Like 1.5 million in cash is cool, but unless they're investing that money or doing something huge in there, what's I don't know. Like, and again, so we were talking about now, if you're I just don't know the market for this kind of stuff, unless they're trying to sell it to the military, if they're trying to sell it to like a bunch of scientists, they're trying to sell it, something like that. I really don't know what the benefit would be, just because again, we talked about this, and this thing right here, like it's so much cheaper to like purchase these than to buy this entire machine. Like $2 for 1 to 4 layer PCBs. Granted, I don't know what this is, but this is essentially what they're making: PCBs, printed circuit boards, and you design it in a program, and they'll print it for you and they'll ship it to you. And so it's like, it's, you have to know these dimensions, but hey, if you're using this crazy advanced machine, then you have to know the dimensions anyway. So this is not for like a what do you call them? I don't want to call them a basement warrior. It's a I don't know, if you're an inventor at home or something, you're probably not going to have this kind of crazy machine. You're going to do this because the amount of time that it would take you to do this. Maybe this is for, maybe I'm going on the wrong horse. You know what I mean? Maybe this is a different kind of play that I don't fully understand, because this play right here is just, I mean, I don't know. And like I said, unless it can do serious like manufacturing, like a line thing where it's just going to print board after board after board after board. And then, if you're in a factory or something, then you're going to be able to just print it, put it, print it, put it. Then I guess that could be cool. But even then, you have to remember, you have to make a profit. So you have to see what it's cheaper of the cheaper way to do stuff. Stock says that's an old way of doing things, though. Is this the old way of doing things, like ordering it? Yeah, but you know what? If you're a business, you have to remember, you have to make a profit. It takes 2 weeks for this. Okay, well, and that's a good point. If you order it in bulk, but you know what? I don't know. It's so true, and this is why I'm glad you're saying this, Stock, because I love to hear the opposing opinion. If I can come in here and oh, they have, okay, there we go. Connor said that. Connor, that's all you had to say, my friend. Connor says they have military defense contracts. I'm in. Where do I sign up? And that's all you need. You just need one military defense contract, and you're good to go. He shut me right up. Enough said. I like the stock. But, and again, that's what I was getting at. If this is being used for engineers or scientists at a facility or something, but then again, at a facility, let's say they're at the, I don't want to insult anybody, but I was going to say, like, let's say they're the R&D department of the Tesla factory. I don't know. Then, having one of these, sure. But then again, how many are they going to have? Maybe, I guess they're going to have a few, but a lot of different places. How many are they going to have in their facility? And that's all I'm saying. Got to do a deep dive, right? Insider, you're 100%. You got to do a deep dive, and I can't do diamond. You're gonna buy one of these diamond backhand? You're gonna buy one of these things? How much are they? Okay, I would love to know. It looks like diamond. This is not joking. Shut up and take my money. Yeah. So that's my question. I'm not trying to rag on it at all. I just want to be the I'm playing devil's advocate. And if you say, you know what, Corey, no, you don't understand. This is what they're doing. That's what I love to see. And you know who did it? Connor. I appreciate you, Connor. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you very much. This is good stuff. Will you go live this weekend? I don't know if I'll go live this weekend. I don't know what I would talk about. I think I want to hope Trey gets you on. Oh, I would love. Here's the deal. If Trey wants to get me on, that'd be fantastic. I really don't know if I'll go live this weekend. Hard to say. It could be cool, but I'm not sure. I don't think I will, is what I'll say for now. But if it turns out everybody wants somebody to hop on the weekend, then that could be pretty cool. But what I really want to do is I want to start making these more long-term videos, and less like, because, we have to keep in mind that we want everyone here seems to want me to grow, but if I'm making videos that only last a few days, like for example, what AMC did today, then those videos are great, in the moment, and who doesn't love these videos? But at the same time, we need videos that are going to last a long time and that we can all reference back to. For example, if I did how to trade options, and you're like, okay, you know what? I've done enough research on options. I feel comfortable with it. I've been approved, and I'm going to trade options. So let me go back to Corey's video and say, hey, Here's how you do it. Here's like, and this is what you're looking for, and this is the setup you're looking for, and stuff like that. Or if you want to do day trading, if you want to do a scalp, and so those are the kind of content that I want to make for us, so that, you know, because if you go to my videos, you're gonna say, well, I can't use any of this, and so I'm trying to really, really, really go. For my business. Oh, for my business. Interesting. Diamond, if you get one of these, let me know how much they are. I'd be curious, and hey, maybe I'll have you on the show, and we can on the stream, and maybe we can talk about it, and you can be an advocate. And you can say, I hate this thing, or I love this thing. Hope Trey gets you on. Yeah, if Trey got me on, that'd be fantastic. In time, this guy will be talking to Trey and the other horsemen. Hey, that'd be crazy. That'd be insane. I need to think of a cool group of 5, you know, the Power Rangers. Oh gosh, good luck. Shmi, we'll take a look in just a moment. It's not easy wrapping with Trey. He can go a million vowels a second. That's fine. You know, I'll let Trey, you know what? I'll let Trey talk. You know what I'll do? Smile and nod. Smile and nod. Sam says, I don't know anything about options. Won't touch them until I have a paper account. You know, hey, Sam, I think you can. Well, actually, I haven't checked yet, and I've been meaning to check. Let me write this down. Paper trading with Webull. Options. Okay, I wrote that down because I don't know if you can paper trade options in Webull, but there is paper trading. So I will. I'm gonna look into it, and maybe that'll be one of my videos. You know, I want to make a bunch of videos for you guys. Fantastic 5, Fantastic 5. I love it. Smart. You guys are good. About 5 to 10K. Okay, so Diamond Backhand is, and I'm not sure if you know, it probably about 5 to 10K, and I could see that for one of these devices. Makes perfect sense. I could 100% see that. I'm not sure on this exact model. Yeah, no, I understand, but I'm sure something like this is probably you know, I would say 5 to maybe 15K, maybe 20K at the most, but we'll take it. Connor says you talk fast too, and cover other stocks. You'll pass Andrew Mo Funny. Oh, that's what he said. That's not what I said. Okay, that's what Connor said. Yeah. Sometimes I do talk fast, and especially if I'm in a rant, or if I really know what I'm talking about, or if I'm like super into it, then I'll just go. But I try to slow down just a tad. But sometimes it's really hard for me because I get so passionate. I just get so excited, and I just want to talk about stuff. So Bob says, driving home from work, and NNDM is a buy. Trust me, I'll talk to Trey too. Been following him since 5K subs. Dang, that's crazy. You deserve to be on with him. Just praying for his health right now. Yeah, I mean, Pop, we talk about Trey all the time in here, and whenever he's off, and he hasn't shown up. I don't think he's shown up today, and we're always sending him positive vibes, and yeah, I'm always worried about Trey. He seems like such a freaking nice guy, the nicest guy ever. And so I really hope that he's okay, especially with his eye stuff and all stuff. Missing Link says you can make guns with these prints. Are these metal printers? Because that's insane. Pauline says make a video on how to trade options on Webull. Okay, I'll write that down. All right. Thank you for the idea, Pauline. I appreciate it. Sam says you should, man. Max Maher has an account where he makes random trades in the chat. You can run a paper account on that model. He has an account where he makes random trades from the chat. You can make a paper account. Oh, interesting. Okay. I like that. I'm gonna write that down. That could be pretty cool. That could be very cool. We'll do a bunch of day trades. I like that. Oh, wow. Diamond Backhand says that these can go as high as 30,000. Man, yeah, that's pretty crazy. Let's see. Connor says, I hope you stay like Trey when you get big and don't be greedy with the money. Trey is legit and gives back a lot. I trust your character, brother. Hey, thank you so much for that, Connor. Yeah, I mean, that's... sounds like me, you know what I mean? Like I guess you never really know what happens, but man, I feel I don't know. I try to be super humble, you know, and I try my best. I'll just leave it at that. Someone mentioned NNDM has a military contract. Yeah, Mark, and that shut me right up. That was Connor actually who said that they had a military contract, and that's all I needed to hear. and I pumped the brakes, and I'm like, you know what? I like the stock. Yeah, you can make plastic guns that fire real bullets. Jeez, some crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Maybe you can do a video on some new stocks this weekend. Maybe you can do a new stock. Yeah, I mean, Lauren, anything in particular you want to see? Oh, someone asked me to look at a stock actually, and I forgot about them. Who just asked me? Shmee, what's up, Shmee? HMBL. It's probably the last stock we're going to look at, guys. I do want to hop off and make just start making that content. I want to, or at least prep these videos because I do want to release some content this weekend, or at least have something in my back pocket. I don't know. I'm going to, or really at least prep for some videos. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. I don't really, Trey is amazing. If you guys ever seen Trey video, they're long, but well, I'm sure he prepares for them, but some of these, man, it looks like he just does them on the fly. It's so impressive how he just comes out with it. So let's see. Okay, so Humble. Let's see what Humble's doing. Humble's profile. All right. These guys are professional commercial services. Is a digital money network company. The company provides payment methods and financial products for consumers and merchants. The company's product lines are the Humble mobile app, Humble Marketplace, and Humble Financial, which are being architectured to work across one Humble platform for consumers, freelancers, and merchants. Okay, I have looked at this company before, I think, and to me, it reminds me of Square. So let's pull up their website really quick and let's see if it is kind of similar to Square. Okay, this is not their website. Okay, that's all right. That's cool. Let's go back to Webull because yikes. So if you guys know anything about merchant services, point of sale, Square, then you will know that this is kind of what they do. It sounds like. So they have an app. They have like they work with merchants or merchant services, like, or they stores and stuff. They work with commercial and stuff like that. Excuse me. So I like the space. The question is what is going to make them better? Well, actually, it says the mobile app and web platform delivers global transactions, integrating multiple currencies, payment methods, and financial services to reduce clicks for the customer and mobile wallet providers such as Zelle and Venmo. So, we've kind of seen this, that military stock that we were talking about was I think we were talking about NNDM. I just want to make sure it's right. But oh my gosh, rail went off. That's crazy. So taking a look at this one. So Humble. What you have to keep in mind is it's kind of a saturated market. And I mean, I guess it's kind of saturated, but or maybe it's not that saturated, because all I can really think of off the top of my hair is like I work in with web development, so I know there's like WooCommerce, Stripe, or for WooCommerce you can use like Stripe, PayPal, Authorize.net. You can use Square, and there are a few others out there. But the question is, how are they going to penetrate the market? Why would I go with Humble, which I don't know too much about, whenever I can go with even Square, which I don't really care too much for Square, but even Authorize.net and WooCommerce. I mean, Authorize.net and Stripe. So those are questions you need to be able to, and if you don't know about those, hey, maybe that'll help you make a decision on the stock. How again, how are they going to penetrate? Are they going to be, what's their differentiator? Are they cost? Oh my gosh, I forgot the dang name. Are they cheaper? They have better customer service? Are they, what are they doing that is making them, that is such a big deal? Looking at their financials on the annual, I'd be surprised if they have a profit. So yeah, kind of wavering back and forth with the profit, not too steady. Not too steady at all. I'm not sure why this isn't showing the full detail. I don't know why this only goes to 2012. Oh, it's OTC. So maybe I'm seeing some weird stuff on here. So hard to say. Let's look at the chart setup. Let's look at the 1 year and see what's been going on. Oh, okay. So I guess they were kind of OTC. So hard to tell, but huge run up over here. I mean, when was this? At the 2020, end of 2020 into 2021. So it looks like they really started to come up around the end of 2020. Yeah. So this is when these guys really started to come up. Now the question is what does that mean? What does that mean? It's hard to tell. Unfortunately, I can't really give you a very good analysis on this. I'm limited in the information I can actually see. So you're really gonna have to make sure you can answer those questions that I asked to make sure that it's a good company. And I'm sorry I couldn't be more helpful, but that's just kind of what I got. But as far as the chart setup goes, it looks like they may be doing some kind of squeeze down. Kind of hard to tell here, but maybe not a squeeze down. Let's see. I should probably get this a little higher. Yeah, we'll kind of see what happens here. Maybe I can grab something up here. Oh, it won't let me draw it. And maybe I can grab it back here. We'll do it like that. So we'll see what's going to happen here. This could be a bullish flag. Now, what you're going to want to see is a large engulfing green candle here. If it has a green candle, you could be looking at an upcoming run. But looks like it may have found a bottom here, a few levels of support down here. So we'll see if this continues. Very curious. And so that's what we'll do. Thank you for stopping by, Sam. I appreciate it. Please set an alert if you plan to go live. Okay, absolutely. Yeah, if I go live, I usually well, if it's not natural for me to go live at that time, then what I will do is I'll go ahead and send a tweet, and I'll usually post on my channel, and I'll say, hey, I'm gonna go live in an hour, 30 minutes. Usually it's around 30 minutes that I decide I'm gonna go live, 30 minutes to an hour, and I'll say, hey, I'm gonna go live in an hour, 30 minutes, and I'll let you know. So yeah, as long as you have those notifications, you should be good. Lauren says, I watch you and Trey and Voorhees trading every week. Hey, thank you, Lauren. I appreciate the support. That's awesome. That's awesome. Connor, I appreciate it. Connor says notifications are on. I love it. Sam, I think I already said good night to you, but have a good night. All right, I'm going to start wrapping up here, guys. I'm going a little longer than I originally anticipated. I'm going to see if I can come up with some kind of video, some kind of quality video. I don't want to release anything that's not so good, but at the very least, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to continue to work for at the minimum like another hour or two, and I'm going to continue to just keep grinding, guys. Keep grinding, and that's what it's gonna take. I appreciate all of your support. I can't do without you guys. And if you want to support me, all you have to do is watch. If you want to share my videos on I don't know, Reddit somewhere, that helps too. But you know, I will never totally up to you. I'll never I don't know, I'll never ask, I guess. I don't know, but sorry, I don't know, I guess I'm sorry, I know I'm a little weird today, but I appreciate every single one of you guys hanging out with me. I'm gonna leave the chat running for just a little bit, just to make use of my my ending screen that I had created, just to get some I bought it, so like I want to get a little bit of use out of it, but that is what I have. So that is what I have for you guys. Thank you again so much for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate the continued support, especially you people who are in here every single day chatting, and I know I have some lurkers, I bet, who don't even say a word, but they're here every single day, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. All right. And so that's what I have. I'm going to leave you guys with the end screen, let you guys say goodbye in the chat, and I'll be watching for a little bit, and I will catch you guys later. All right. Have a good night. Peace.